I think that should be fine. Yeah, looks fine, I think. Right, so let's pick up where we left off in the Polyphony Digital Cup for part 17 of this Gran Turismo 3 playthrough. Now, I hate this car. Drives like a boat, drives like crap, whatever you want to say. And we've got another few hours yet of this championship. It is one of the longest in the game. It is loathsome, it isn't particularly fun. But I guess we will make do. We always do here on this channel. Just get on with it. Have fun. You know, the usual. Oh, good lord. Oh no. Oh no. Let's start. There we go. 20 laps of Deep Forest Raceway with plus pixelated efficiency, courtesy of a PS2. Yeah, this time. So we should actually look some AI. We have to look at in terms of this is more on performance. The jump's hard. I do not do particularly well with pause this. Give me a sec. This message contains unknown content. Genius. Preach. Can't read it here. I'll have to check on when I finish the stream, which is God knows when that will be. Sucks! It doesn't suck! Like, this card was not done. I did it for stream as well, so. This card. Yeah, so the reason why the stream started late is because I wanted to play. I went through the game just like I just don't know, and I eventually I guess I just settled down with this. So yeah, we'll get the flip of this. Can't wait. This is basically I think it's just like 3 parts for this damn championship. We're only doing this by the way, just to get a chance to only winner was a prize. We don't know what the first car is. It's one, two, no one knows. That's one. Which is 2 races around the road circuit in this to win the prize car, which is the rival. And the rival car is the top car. The car is usable for some games, but like that game I don't really use it. The unfortunate thing is that the Evo, remember, anyway, it had the same tyres as the Skyline, which was its downfall. The Evo just does not have to get up and go to compete. It just doesn't. It is absolutely had no safe release from the impressions of T1 car. Okay, so we've got the Supra ahead of us. Like, even if I break the charge, the car just like doesn't give me a bit of a step out. It's absolutely right. Oh, blow my eyes. Yep. Oh god. That's the stage around there. That happened, but maybe it was why I said, yeah. For some reason, I was like, well, it was like, welcome in, man. Welcome in. Welcome to Gran Turismo 3 and the Polyphony Digital Cup. I was literally just talking to myself about like how bright the stream was, and it was making me a bit tired. But that's what you're doing right now. How are you? Welcome to the club. Says it's first time chat, or is this the first time as well? Got 2 more laps are supposed to go. So yeah, because we've got the game 5 minutes like that. Most people people ask me this, it's like, why is your footage so shit? I'm not emulating it. I'm playing on the PS2, like, right now. So, yeah, we're here. We're definitely here. It's just much harder. It's the way it looks so composite, I guess. It's just composite output, and I can't do shit about it. Because converting from composite to HDMI is just I'm not gonna lie, it just looks incredible. I thought this stream was going to be a very quiet one. Usually what happens is if the streams are quiet and nothing happens like the first hour in chat, I usually just call it a day. I'm just like, yo, it's too quiet. It's too quiet. So I usually just end the stream instead. If the chat's busy, then I'm always down. Always down. The engine is louder than me. That's not a surprise, honestly. Let me turn the game down then, again. Oh, I don't know, 20 minus 26 decibels. I have no idea if that's any better. It's still quite, why is it so loud? I don't actually understand the logic behind how this system works. Like, why is my PS2 audio that much louder than my I don't understand why my PS2 audio is so much louder than everything else. Is it because you composite? Is it because you can only do like 480p? Oh, so that's this race over. That's one race. We've got what, 3 more? Hated it. Whoa. Nearly dropped the pad. Is it better? As long as you can hear me, I guess that's fixed it. I guess. These guys definitely 2 laps down. Woo, 50 grand to add to our 11 million credits. Right, race 8, which is set somewhere. I forgot. Eating mayo in a sandwich. Mate, I'm envious. Legitimately the worst track in the game. This one. Legitimately the worst track in the game. And it's also one of the longest races we're going to have to do. I am fully expecting this race to take... If I had to be realistic, this game, this one race, is going to take us about 40 minutes. Because of how long this track and because of how long and slow this track is. track. Okay, let's go. Let's just clear all the AI first, so I don't have to deal with them. Okay, maybe not. Let's hit the 22B instead, I guess. Down the inside. This track is so ass. Oh boy, okay, so yeah, we might want to grab some popcorn or something for this one, I think. Because, like I say, it's just such a long lap. Can't believe we're doing 20 laps of this godforsaken track. I really hope, right, out of all this, at the end, we get the F1 car. That's all I'm asking from this championship at this point. Lollipop chainsaws. Do you know what? I never played the original, but we have a copy of it at work, and I was like, do I, don't I? And to be fair, it looked okay, but I think the one game did I mention this? I think the games I'm looking forward to are Test Drive Unlimited, Soda Crown, and TDU, Solar Crown, and the new Forza. I think the only real games I'm looking forward to next year. That being said, I also want to try and pick up a couple of other games as well at some point, I'm sure. I just don't know when. Got the world's car. We got the car with the world's shortest gearbox. We can also do 6 skids into turn 1. Do you know what? I can't be the only one, right? Growing up back in the day, we'd be doing things like this to try and make the car turn more, or like this, and you're just like, what are you doing? And then next thing you know, you punch your relative sitting next to you, watching you play the game, and you're like, I'm so sorry, here, have another one, bang! They hook them with a PS2 controller. Just like, yes, absolutely slap the shit out of them. I mean, I don't recommend doing that now, but as a kid, you probably got away with it somewhat. Unless they told mom and you were the least favourite out of the two, and then you always got in trouble. Because of course you did. Couldn't drive with the Wii wheel. I don't blame you, because the Wii wheel was interesting. I was good at Mario Kart Wii. There's only the one game I played on the Wii that used a wheel, and it was F1 2009. We don't talk about F1 2009. It wasn't very good. I'm not gonna lie. But I was gonna say, you saw a child when you tried using the wheel. Like, mate, what drugs are you on? I'm glad you were a child. You were a child when you were using it. To be fair, it was always, most kids don't care. They just like the ability to turn the wheel and the car goes whee, or that you turn it to the right and it goes whee, and they're just happy for that. But as someone that's in the sim racing community now, it's kind of like, it's cool and all, but the novelty wears off after a while, especially if you start doing it daily in your own driver's car or going to work or whatever. Unless you're like me and you're poor and you can't afford a car or your license and you just walk to work every day because there's no road to work either. Go park at the car park, sure, but why would you spend money when you can do it for free? Life's a real mysteries. The only thing I haven't got on my license. I have a provisional and it expires in like 2 years. I really should try and get my test done. But it's just partially money and partially waiting time. Like, how am I meant to know if I'm gonna have 200 quid for your damn lessons 20 billion years from now? Apparently passing in this city is also a bit tricky, like only 63% of people that take the test actually pass here, which isn't a lot, but I think mostly it's to do with the ring road, honestly. Or something like that. It could be worse though, like, you can tap, for someone that drives a lot in video games, you would have assumed I have my license, but I don't, I just know how to drive. Yeah, I know how to drive, but I couldn't do it legally, which is just funny to me. There we go. But I'm hoping one day I'll get my license. Like, it would be nice. I'm at the age of 24, coming up to 25, so I'm like, I really want to get my license. Part of it's just a case of I need more money. I just need more money to put away, store away, and hopefully then one day I can go, yeah, I've got my license, and raid around in some whip or whatever the kids call it these days, dem wheels, das whip. Yeah. Dem brum brum. I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so mentally beat after work. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here for like humour and entertainment. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel right now. I'm just like, my body's saying go to sleep. I'm just like, but can't go for man. This race takes forever. I legitimately hate this race every time I do it. I legitimately hate this track every time I do it. It is a perfect win-win combination right now. It's only in 2 Gran Turismo games for a reason. It's just unfortunate that there could be some of the better ones. Like, this track is only in 2 Gran Turismo games, and I hate the fact that it's in one of my favourites, which makes this game extremely tedious, and the other one which is just pain. It's Gran Turismo 1. They have 2 endurances for that shit. I think it's 2 endurances. One's all night 1, one's all night 2. I'm assuming one's supposed to do 5, one's supposed to do 11. Route 11 is just the fucking worst. Like, it needs to go to hell. It's such a shit track. I can't even get out the 202s here. It's this track legitimately sucks. And I did say this race is going to take, give or take, about 40 minutes. I think by the end of it, it'll probably be taken to maybe 41 minutes and 10 seconds. Is what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with 41 minutes and 10 seconds for this race. I don't know why, I just have a good feeling. And every other time I've had a good feeling, I've been wrong. I was really debating like what on earth do I even play today, and I'm just like, I was drawing blanks. I was just like, I don't know what I want to play. Don't really know if I want to play Gran Turismo 3 because I forgot I was doing this. I was looking at 3K3 racing and I thought probably not been popular. Trackmania was another one. Just like, do I have the mental energy for that? Probably not. So yeah, I am basically playing kids' first racing game. Or the Smurfs racing on PS1 or something stupid like that. I'm sure I'll pick something else up one day. I just don't know what that is yet. I never plan my stream, but maybe I'm really should start. Like, I should be like, okay, I'm definitely doing this day. I'm definitely doing this day. And I've tried, but I'm not. I'm just not a planning type. Like, who needs plans? Who needs planning in 2023? Everyone had plans for 2020 and COVID happened. Everyone plans, not just for 2020, but for 21, all got thrown out. 22 kind of fixed it. 23. How are we still here? I don't know. How are we still in this mess? I wonder how much of that bridge is modelled. How much of that bridge over there do you think is modelled? I wonder. Not hard to see how much that Ferris wheel is modelled. I think that's like the whole thing. Yeah, it's really hiding the unnecessary textures that you don't need to see if you can't see it. Like this is meant to make me believe it's in the city, but I'll be completely honest. You know what this makes me feel like? This makes me feel like it's in a void in the middle of nowhere, like the void. Look how empty. Like no one has built a city with a road like this in the middle of it. No one's ever gone. This is a strategically sound and good idea. Like none of this. None of this road, highway makes sense at all. Like, who needs highways anyway? Look, you look down that road and it just goes down and curve. Where does it go? To hell? Probably. I don't know. I'm not a track designer, not yet. I'd like to be, it would be cool. But like, it's cold in here. I might debate turning the heating on in my bedroom for a few minutes just so that warms up. So it's nice and toasty for when I eventually decide to go to bed. But we got the Golf logo there. Like, no one has built this city and gone, do what this needs, a racetrack on a highway. No one's ever built a city and gone, this is what this racetrack needs. Like, what even are these buildings? Why are they here? Why is there a grandstand? Who proved this? Whose idea was it to give you this stupid idea for what delusional track design is? Like, look, the track just stops there. It doesn't even carry on. They didn't even try. They were just like, oh look, that white barrier is just kind of like, yeah, nah, it's far enough. You don't need to see any more of that. Just like, bro, why? And then I bet up here as well. I bet on that bridge up there as well. Absolutely nothing up there. Just kind of stops arbitrarily. Roadbook's worth more than a ruble. I know, right? That's kind of mad. Like, do what? I can't wait for all the kids growing up. Like, I can just imagine it. 2050, 2030 is going to roll around. Roblox is going to be the next thing. And like, hey yo, can I pay for this in Roblox? And everyone's going to be like, welcome to society. Buy shit in Roblox now. Can I say that? So it's like, hey yo, like walking in with these fake green dollars, and then it's like, yes, perfectly acceptable legal tender. Come at me, bro. And then I'm there just like, okay. Like, Roblox is secretly gonna be like the next big point. Just what? The fact that, do what really gets me though, do what really gets me. Roblox is still going after all these years, but it hasn't gone the way of Club Penguin, which started around the same time. Bro, I miss Club Penguin. Did you ever play Club Penguin? I miss Club Penguin. Club Penguin was a bomb. Eight lap. Well, we're on lap 8 and we're just... This track is AIDS. Legitimately hate everything about this track. Could people make cheaper blocky game based off of new game? Yeah, I know. Like, Roblox is literally just now, I'm pretty sure it classifies as plagiarism. Call of Roblox. Oh my! I actually, you know what? I'm old enough to remember when that first came out. One of the games I used to play a lot as a kid was like fall downstairs or something stupid like that. And every time you hit the button, you just got yeeted back down the stairs, and you just got like 3 points, and you could buy shit and everything. It was really cool. And kid me loved that. I don't know what was so entertaining about watching a fake Lego man go down the stairs. But like, it was something. What else was I playing online? I played a lot of tycoon games as well. Like as a kid on Roblox, I played a lot of tycoon games, and obviously I played a few of the popular races as well. I was just like, hey yo, where have these games come from? Why are they so popular all of a sudden? And I never understood it. I was just like, I never understood why these games were popular, and I never played any of the popular ones. I always played the ones that kind of died off. And what's incredible to me is that most of them still work. Like, most of them still use that really old Roblox framework with the tool system and everything, where a tool was an option. It was in your inventory between 1 and 0. And I remember, I'm old enough to remember them days. I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Why? And then I just about remember when Roblox came to, what was it? Consoles. I can just about remember when it came to consoles. And I'm playing that free running game, that Speed Runners 4, whatever it's called, and then Marble shit, and some of the hide and seek games as well made it over. I'm just like, what's even going on here? But all the old games still work on consoles, they're just not very user friendly, but they still work. Like, even now, like, I'm gonna make you laugh. So, if you are not familiar with the Formula 1 games by Codemasters, do you know how hilarious it was? McLaren, like the official McLaren F1 team, it has 15, I think it is. I have all 15, believe it or not. Let me see if I can pull it up. Give me a sec. Let me have a look. Where's True Achievements? Yeah. There it is. So stupid. But yes, it did, and one of them was like, you had to have friends. You had to have friends for one of the achievements or whatever. I was just like, bro, don't. You needed 3, actually, but I digress. I did play a little bit of Roblox. It was nice to revisit it, but Roblox now is not the Roblox I grew up with. I think I want to keep it that way. I don't really want to try and get back into Roblox the way it is now. It feels very monetized, very aggressively monetized. Like, oh, everything is now Roblox. But back in the day, they had a system called TIX, like TX, like tickets, and you got 10 every day for just logging in. None of those things that one and done deal. Like, what was it? I think when I revisited Roblox on Xbox, I was just like, this is kind of the same, but it's kind of not. The issue I had was what was it? The issue I have is that now it's like everything is Roblox and everything is premium. there's nothing really for free members, but back in the day when I first started playing it in, what, 2007, 2008, it was really kid friendly. You had ticks, you had robots, you could trade your way up, you could buy stuff. It was really cool. And then I think the last thing I really remember is that limited time items had just taken off as a thing, so only certain people have them, and they could resell like limited items with like certain item numbers and, you know, all that sort of stuff, which was cool. But obviously it was all robots, of course it was. So people would like mass buy them because they had villagers for them, would mass buy them and then sell them on for a profit. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I get, that's business, but why would you do that? You are no better than PS Life Scalpers. Roblox will often announces, yeah, but it's not the same. All the free stuff back then, like you could buy shirts, trousers, accessories and shit with tickets. You didn't have to pay for anything. You could just save up your tickets and buy shit. And some people would also have like these really cool outfits that you could buy. Like this is when Roblox flopped people. Like they were full on squares, and oof was the sound effect of the year. Every year, just oof every time you died. It's not like that now. It's just not. Free shit is not the same now, because it's not like you had to save up and then buy it with no money. It's not like you could save up any tickets at all. You just couldn't. As a kid, I always impulsively bought something and I wore it and then I'd take it off because I hated it. I was just like, okay, fine, I can do this. But like everyone that signed up got this like this Roblox brick explosion tee, and you could wear it over whatever, and you could colour your body parts and stupid stuff like that. It's just not the same. Look up, if you find any footage of Roblox from like 2008, 2009, you'll understand how far it's come. But it's still the same thing. It's still people making these games and whatever. It's just now it's just not the same. I played Roblox for years. I think I was playing it well into like early secondary school years. It just didn't become something I played anymore. I kind of outgrew it. I didn't like the amount of changes that were happening, and you know, fair play to them for still going, but my god, you ain't half ruined it. That's just me. That's me looking through rose tinted glasses, maybe. But that was my childhood. Roblox was my childhood, and for many others, I'm sure it says as well. But none of the kids back then were asking about shit like Fortnite. Fortnite wasn't a thing. There was none of this like, and people would make up their own rip-offs of like Dragon Ball and whatever for people to play, and it was really, really cool. And that's what Roblox was, but now it's all actually official, genuine, massive effort, professional development shit. It's not the same. Lua scripts, like everyone loved an Aoyue shirt. It was great. I don't even know if they still use Lua as a script over there anymore. I even tried making my own game as I got a bit older. It didn't work very well because I somehow managed to make it so everyone could actually see admin. But I was also using pre-made givers. I was so shit. I tried and I was just shit. I just never had the capacity to make an actual Roblox esport. That's probably a thing as well, let's be honest. That is probably a thing as well. But no, it's I loved Roblox as a kid, but it's also the same reason why a lot of people liked Club Penguin as a kid, and everyone flocked back to it just to see, you know, the iceberg flip over, or you know, before the shut servers down. And then Club Penguin died entirely. Roblox is still going from around the same year. I'd probably argue that I don't even know if is Habbo Hotel still a thing? I vaguely remember playing Habbo. Obviously all the flash sites have died like Newgrounds has with Conqueror or Mini Clip. I don't know if they've died, I think Mini Clip's died now. But everything's just moved on, it's just different times. At the very least, I still have the Xbox 360 version of Fancy Pants Adventures, so I can always go and replay that if I ever wanted to. Funnily enough, I actually commemorated my father's 60th by completing the game properly. I got my last missing achievement on that day, like 10 years from when I started the game, which was a nice warm touch. It's hard to believe that it's now 2023, honestly. It really is hard to believe that it's 2023. I haven't got over that yet. It's like I've been through so much in 6 years and I can't even tell you what's happened. Like 4 years ago I was working for a cinema before I got my job at, yeah, and this would have been at the time where I just started at Codemasters if you take it 5 years back. Which is wild, it's been nearly 5 years since I've been in the gaming industry and I really want to get back into it. It's been rough though, it has been rough. I'm trying to get back in and I'm getting these opportunities and I really want to take them, but the industry is rough. The games industry is extremely rough and people really need big portfolios to get into it. Miniclip has no, yeah, I'm not surprised, most of them were Flash, they ran through Adobe Flash and I think they tried updating it, but Miniclip I think was shut down. It shut down towards the end of last year, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know about Congregate or Newgrounds or anything like that. Yeah, that makes sense. I think some of them, what was it, 8 Ball Pool was probably the biggest one that they had. That's still going. Don't know how. I played it. Don't get me wrong, I have played it. Just not entirely sure how it's still going. It's like one of the few things that somehow lasted. But it works. It works. It makes some money. It's keep Miniclip afloat. But I'll be honest, I've kind of, I don't know, I like big name titles on my phone. It is nice, but at the same time, I'm also just like, there's one game that is not massive. It's not a massive game at all. There's a game that I'm currently playing on my phone, and it's made by a Japanese studio called Infinity Vector. It's called Absoluto Racing. Probably one of the best mobile racing games I've actually played in a while. Really, really fun. Quite cool actually. They've got loads of official cars. It's no Real Racing 3, but Real Racing 3 has been around like 5 times as long as Absoluto. But Absoluto for me is like the more interesting game. It feels a bit more, you know, vibes. It just slaps a bit. It's like Gran Turismo on your phone almost. Nearly Gran Turismo. Really cool. I like it. If anything though, what I do need, maybe one day, maybe tomorrow, I'll have to see. If I can be arsed, I'll set my connector up and I'll do a connect game so you can be running around and clowning around like a melon, trying to do video games. With my body, not with a fucking control. Xbox be trying to live in the year 3023, and we're just here just like, hey, you're connecting to work, please stop. Actually, the Kinect was kind of like a mini precursor to VR, but so was the Wii. The Wii was successful because it brought the family together. The Kinect was a flop because it didn't work. And the I just got distracted talking to you. I got distracted talking to you. The Wii was a family console. The Xbox Kinect just didn't work. PlayStation Move is probably the closest thing to time that's kind of stayed working. I think that's because PlayStation has such a massive player base. But Nintendo haven't forgot about the Wii because they've incorporated it into the Switch. Xbox was just like, nah, fuck that motion shit. And I was just like, you did get an Israeli company to make the 360 Connect set, so what were you expecting? When it worked, it was alright. It wasn't terrible when it worked, but could be worse. Rip Wii U eShop. I think, what was it? Have they shut the 3DS one yet? I don't remember if they've shut the 3DS one. All I have on there are copies of like Super Mystery Dungeon. I think Animal Crossing. I had 3DS on the eShop. Pokemon Y. Pokemon Y. That's a series I stopped playing. Pokemon. I was just like, it's the same shit every year, or every other year, or however often they release a game, right? I was just like, I don't. Maybe I tried picking up Soul Silver again the other day. I say the other day, it was about 2 months ago. I've not played it since. I started my Soul Silver save again. Kind of stopped before the second. Was it second gym? First gym? Jim's gym? I don't know. I forgot. I think it was just after Slowpoke Well, and I just stopped playing. I think it's. I think as a kid I had the time to put into those sort of games. As an adult I don't. And maybe it's that time sink. That time sink is what ruins it. But one thing I can put time into that is maybe a bit ironic considering what I've just said about putting time into it. But I'm not saying all, but story-driven or visual novel games have really kind of taken me. Like I can sit here and put hours into them a day because I'm always doing something new. So much so I kind of partially restarted Persona 5 Royal again in anticipation for Gold and 3-4. But LA Noire was probably one of my favourite games that I played over the last couple of years. For the first time, I hadn't played that in a while. I'm trying to figure out Schrodinger's passport from that one game. What the fuck? But yeah, I can put time into a game that has a constantly progressive story every time I play it. But I don't know, I'm almost upset. I guess adult me likes them now, kid me wouldn't, but I think the Persona games suck. I'm not gonna lie, I think they're really good. And I wish I had more games like it. But I'm not a fan of turn-based RPGs, and I never will be. I don't like them. I have, what was it, Age of Empires Planetfall or something stupid like that? I can't remember which one it is, and I played it a little bit, and I haven't finished it. Of course I haven't. But yeah, games like that, with lots of dialogue, lots of storytelling, and a little bit of gameplay here and there. I don't actually mind. I actually really like them style of games now. And maybe it's just because I can keep putting time into that sort of thing. Like, don't get me wrong, Persona 5 Royal, I completed way faster than most people, and I don't know if that's because everyone actually sat there and listened to all the text. I like to listen to the dialogue, it's really well voiced, but like, at the end of the day, I completed that game faster than most. I did the whole campaign, including the bonus shit. Like the whole extra like 15 odd hours they added into Persona 5 Royal in about 80 hours total, the whole game. Now I know 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portal are not going to take as long, but something to consider on the very least, right? So yeah, I I guess my palette of game taste has kind of changed over the years. I think I'm really overdue a new TDU actually. Like, I feel like as mediocre as TDU2 was, it was still a very fun and unique game. I like unique games. I like games that do something different, that don't try and copy other formulas. Like, everyone goes on about how original IPs are a bad idea and whatever, but some people also buy like these massive name franchises where the games just flop. I'm looking at you, Assassin's Creed, but they somehow sell millions and millions of copies every time they come out, even if they're not that good. I'm just like, bro, the only company I really think would really try anything different these days, in terms of uniqueness and shit, is Ubisoft. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. All the other developers seem to stick to like one genre of game, and I know that's a bit rich for me saying Ubisoft don't do that, because they really do. Like, they really do. But every game just like... Yeah, that is exactly it, the fear of missing out. I try not to get involved in all that. If anything, I'll make you laugh. I picked up, what was it, Ninja Gaiden games, and I thought, I wanted to play the Ninja Gaiden games as a kid, never did. Got them as an adult. I don't think kid me would have liked it. Adult me still doesn't kind of like it, but it's got enough interesting content on. It's like, okay, you got this one Dead or Alive character making series out of it, and then let it fucking die. Everyone wants a new one. Why are you letting it die? And all they did was like, oh yeah, by the way, we're remastering like 1, 2, and 3. I'm just like, oh bro. And then the best bit is, it's like, oh yeah, it was 2 Sigma, and I was just like, oh bro. But I don't think I've ever bought a game in FOMO. I don't think. I don't think I've ever bought a game in FOMO, with the exception of Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, because I had no idea why everyone was talking about it, why everyone was giving it these stupidly high scores, and everyone saying it's like the best game ever. It's not hard to see why now I've played it. I think that was the only time I've really ever suffered from FOMO, but Skyrim is one of my favourite games of all time now, so I guess it was one of them good even GTA 5. GTA 5, I was just like, yeah, I got it, but I didn't get it because everyone else wanted it. I just got it because it was the thing. It was the only game, and it was my first... Okay, I tell you what, it wasn't my first GTA experience, that was Chinatown. It was the first time I was allowed to really play GTA 5 by myself. And do you know what the funny thing is? Everyone keeps going on about how like GTA is this really bad game that causes kids to be violent and like gang shooting and whatever. And I'm just sitting there going, no, that's just shit parenting. When I was playing GTA 5 as a kid, all I wanted to do was drive around the city because it looked cool. That's all kid me ever wanted to do in GTA, was just drive around in cool cars. I didn't care about crashing it or whatever. I would never have said, yeah, I'm going to go outside and shoot some cunts. I didn't say anything like that as a kid. I never will. I was just told that everything in GTA is illegal, don't do it. Yes, pretty much. But at the end of the day, it may hurt some people, and I don't care because it's the truth, but if your kid ends up being... Yeah, it only teaches the outcomes of bad behaviour. Yeah, but also GTA is also saying if you do crime, you'll get rich. It's not a great life lesson. I mean, it's not wrong, but GTA does take a lot of liberties. Like, GTA takes a lot of liberties with how it works. But the fundamental idea of stealing cars, shooting people, is very clearly illegal. There's a lot of, like the reason why we don't have a lot of guns over here is why knife crime is so high. Because anyone can go buy a knife, and you don't need a license. Over here, gun laws are stupidly strict. We haven't had a gun shooting in, like, why not? we where I live anyway, we can't have Christmas. Yeah, it's always been nice. That's the UK for you, I guess. But it's just funny, and like at the end of the day, as long as you teach your kid that this shit is wrong, don't ever do it, leave it for a video game. It kind the way I like to see it is it's like a fantasizing. It's like a what's the word? Fantasization. Is that even a word? Yeah. Not a dramatization, I guess. What's the word? It is GTA is a way of experiencing one thing you can't do in real life, which makes it cool. I like that. I like that idea. I mean, it's cool that you get to go around being this dude that can, you know, one man a police force, which, let's be realistic, in America has never happened. If you one man a police force, you're dead. Well, let's be honest. GTA lets you feel like that though, so it takes a lot of liberties. Pun not intended. But I can't say many of my friends have played GTA and then have actually gone out to commit crime, and it's all because, like, fundamentally, how you are as an adult, yeah, as you are as an adult is entirely taught at a young age. Like, don't get me wrong, when I first got GTA, I was like the most spoiled kid ever. I probably still am to a degree. I was the most spoiled kid ever. As an adult, after I went through some personal issues with family and that, I had to mature very, very quickly. Like, in terms of looking after myself and whatever, I had to do a lot of maturing. But at no point was I ever a violent person or anything like that. I was always just told to walk away from the problem. And it's just how I learned to deal with it. If I ever felt worried or unsafe, my brain just taught, like, the way I was raised and the way I was just like, at the end of the day, if you do something bad, yeah, exactly. I've worked in the job that I work in now for just over a year and like a year and 3 months now, right? I think I've only counted maybe 10 or 11 instances, I think, where a parent has seen or heard from a member of staff what the game is, and then said to the kid, actually no, you're not having it because that's not your age group. It's not a fear of missing out. Like, yeah, it's cool to be that kid who... It's like, yeah, it's cool to be that kid that can play it, but at the end of the day, there are 6-year-olds asking about Fortnite, which is rated at 12. I think the only reason Fortnite gets away with it is because it looks cartoony. I think that's the only reason. But GTA is far from cartoony. It's no small budget. I mean, neither is Fortnite, but you get what I mean. It's not like something you look at and go, damn, that's kid friendly. Yeah, but then these were also, I don't know if you remember, Siege. Rainbow Six Siege was bad for this issue. Everyone playing these 18 rated games thinking they were some next Ghost or some shit. But then we'd kick you from the lobby because you couldn't foreman a team on your own. I have a clip of that. I did foreman, like, it was me against 4 people. Everyone else in my team died because they were useless. Siege is toxic. Siege is unbelievably toxic. But Fortnite seems to get away with it because it's cartoony. Ubi servers and shit. To be fair, if it makes you laugh, I don't know if you've ever tried playing. Oh fuck! What game was it? What game was it? Well, I loaded up on the servers, which is shit, man, I can't remember. I legitimately can't remember what. Oh yeah, any Need for Speed game. Just lag everywhere. Oh my god, the amount of lag in Need for Speed games. Unplayable. You got disconnected when you... Actually, no, I'll make you laugh. I had some games recently. I haven't had... there was a time where, some time ago in, I think it was like Force Motorsport 7, I was getting disconnected from my own lobbies with just me in it. How can you get disconnected from a lobby with just you in it? What are you disconnecting from? How can I disconnect from myself? How dare you, game? Unbelievable. It was yeah, but the servers were not online. It was just me in a private race, which my favourite thing is the irony when I log into the game, I jump into multiplayer and it says trying to establish a quality connection. Oh yeah, that 9 billion ping connection. Thanks game, appreciate it. What quality about 9 billion ping? Life to be like that. Just like, hey yo, I've got some sick servers, I'm gonna bring you friends. You're gonna have like the best ping ever, it'll be magical. It'll be magical and you'll play it and you'll be like, this is shit, I can't do shit, and you're just like, I know, it's great. It actually does. Hi EA. I think I can do EA servers are basically on the moon at this point, like, even the F-120. We've been to them recently. Yeah, I know, and all them satellites gone down. It's like, listen, give me a... I like how we can send shit to Mars, and send shit to the moon, but we still can't connect America to Australia. What a world we live in. Still can't connect America to Australia, but we can send shit to Mars. What a world we live in. To be fair, I'll be surprised if Australia can connect anything with the infrastructure they have over there. Like, I've heard it's bad, it's really bad. Like, Australia apparently meant to get like, oh, everyone's meant to get free fibre optic cable, and then the government pulled out of it because it's too expensive. So everyone's been fucked up. And they're still on top of cables, something like that. According to one of my friends that lives over in Penrith, in Sydney. That's pretty bad. It could be worse though, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like it could be worse. You could have no internet at all. That's a roof right there. Here's your broadband disconnected. Got no broadband connection, but you connect with the internet. I actually cannot be waiting to do all this natural so I can get out of this shitty car. This car is legitimately gorgeous. I hate driving it. It's like driving boat. Actually, that's a thought. Name a game that you thought was really good and in hindsight was terrible. Name a game you played that was good when you played it and in hindsight just gone. I'd love to hear it. For me, what game have I played that was good at the time and was shit now? what's another game? Oh yeah, the original Transformers game on PS2. I loved it as a kid. Had the render distance of... What's the best way to explain? Right, you know how on stream right now you can see the planets on there, and you can see a fair bit of loading in. Do you know what it was like trying to play Transformers on the PS2? Right, so you see where the front of the zombie is? You know how you can... Yeah. So, okay, let me try and explain how bad this, like, the rendering distance was on Transformers on the PS2. So you see where the Zonda is now, you can maybe see about a second in front of you, and that was it. You could see everything the second before you got there. It was bad. It was really bad. It's like everything was rendering in as you came up towards it. It was just... Kid me loved it. Kid me was just happy to run around as a transformer, blowing shit up, driving cars, and obeying the speed limit, blocking the traffic and whatever. Kid me was happy to do that. Adult me is like, what the fuck am I playing? What is this sort of shit? Why does this not look like everything? And the controls for some of the characters were just atrocious. I played as Blackout, I was just like, why am I getting nukes? How is it? It's a hard game. Adult me underestimate. Kid me must have just been sick of wrecking shit. Like, Kid me must have been peak. Kid me must have been peak at destroying anything and everything, right? Because I really never struggled with it as a kid. As an adult, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I dying? Please recharge your damn weapon. It went about as well as you'd expect. Actually, another example of a game I can think of, Wii Music! Yeah, they had the mini-cons in Transformers the game, PS2, they had them, but you don't play as them. Wii Music is another game I remember being very, very fun as a kid, and I still have the world's worst rendition of the Locomotion by Little Ava and Coke. I still have the world's worst rendition of that, and then I have the most out of tune New City from F-Zero you'll ever hear. And it was just like just like Wii Music was just so bad. It's just so bad. Listen, if I can play a steel drum to Earth, Wind and Fire September, if I can play the steel drums and a galactic horn to that, I'm doing it. I also, you can put a my favourite thing was if you were clever, if you played the song enough times, you could rechange all the instruments and play your own version of it. So you could have the, like, you could have the guitar riff. You could have the guitar riff as a guy on the vocals, and the drum kit as like a piano. For whatever reason, you could do that, and it was just, oh god, it was just so bad. You just heard this piano doing like the. You can just imagine the piano trying to be a drum, like do 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 do, and you just hear this one note over and over and over again. And then there's like this guy on the vocal go wah 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 wah, and I'm just like, bro, what even is it? If I could ever set my Wii up again, I am 100% undoubtedly going to put that in my con. I'm going to try and stream Wii Music someday. I don't know when, but it'll be the best thing ever, and I can't wait to get copyright strike for all the actual songs they use. Except it's my own version, so it's okay, right? Just like so you can. Oh god, I don't know why the thought of just some guy on a vocalist pretending to be a guitar is so enthused. It's just so stupid to me. It's so good, it's bad. It's so bad, it's good. Like, I once had. Oh god, and then you can have like these next level music videos like just and you can rate your own song. Like you could rate your own singles based on like a top 10 or 20 or whatever the game was. You could rate how good you thought your songs were and then you can play them in whatever order. I was just like, don't kill me bro, please. And every song I seemed to play as a kid, don't ask me why, just had like this absolutely mental moment at the end where the song was over and before the song could end I'd try and cram as many random notes by just doing this as quick as I could into the end of the song. And then it's just like and that's it. Song ends. You see and then it just ends. It's so good. I have it's not the fact that it also wasn't very responsive. It was like one of the worst responding games ever. Like, if you guys ever look at the live demonstration of Wii Music from like 2008 or whenever the fuck it came out, even the Nintendo staff couldn't make it sound or look good. That's not a joke. There's literally this guy pretending to be a drums like this. And it's just so out of tune. It's glorious. It is genuinely one of the best relics to have ever come out of like that time period of the game. It's just, oh god. It is genuinely worth watching if you haven't watched it before. Oh god, it's just, oh god, that's a throwback right there. That game is a throwback. Oh, if I can set my Wii up against some, what, Wii Music? Probably not, because I'll probably get copyright striked into oblivion by Nintendo and the music companies. Because Nintendo have games they don't want you to know about. Wii Music is one of them. A joke, it wasn't. Wii Music, I think, actually did pretty well commercially, I'm pretty sure. But I don't think people will play it just because of the copyright nature of the songs, even though it is a rendition. But I think all the songs actually got licensed, so I don't think it's actually streamed. Although there are probably some people out there who are very, very good at 2 streams 4 days ago. What, for Wii Music? Nah. Nah, that can't be true. $1,100 what, on Wii Music? What? Nah. Right, where's Twitch? I'm checking this. Twitch.tv. Search. Eventually. Search Wii Music. There are no channels currently live for Wii Music. Well, rip. Rip Wii Music. Rip to the 1,100 people who follow it now. Oh god. Like, Wii Music is genuinely an absolute champion game. I don't know why Nintendo was so proud of that. They look so proud. God, it's just the fact that when they were playing it in the E3, Gamescom, something stupid like that. It wasn't even in tune. They were trying and it just wasn't in tune. Genuinely cool. I highly, do you know what, if I can, if I can, at the end of this stream, I'm going to try and find a video and I'm going to play it on oh god. Genuinely just... Actually, to be fair, do you know what else was a disaster? The Connect reveal in 2010. Oh, that was a train wreck as well. It is worth watching at least once. The Connect announcement in 2010. That was also an absolute train wreck. Like, you had this guy standing on stage and his legs were doing like 360s on the kneecap. I was like, bro, if I need to do that, I would do this thing. I'd be in the circus getting paid big money to do stupid shit with my body. That's not even the promise, that's a fact. Like, the Connect make you turn into something out of The Exorcist. It was really, really bad. It was really, really bad. So yeah, there have been some gold ones over the years. Don't get me started on, what was it, that guy, was it Diablo? Like, do you guys not have gold? Oh man, that was oh, there have been hey look, it's the Lance Reaver. I think for this live stream, I might just finish this championship. This championship is long. I don't have to do it anymore after this one. This championship is really taken out. Just driving this thing with like 3 parts. 3 parts of stream taking this or something stupid like that. Unbelievable. You'll have to let me know. I have a Discord server as well, by the way. If you haven't joined it, please do it. Yes, Discord. I need to create a command. I need to make a command. Yeah, hold on. Let me get an invite code and post it in Twitch. PS, that's the PlayStation app. Twitch live. See all activity. Here you go. Enjoy the link. Okay, keep your secrets. I need to get a MooBot Discord link working, and I promise in due time I will. I promise. Yeah, it's not. There's a few people in there. I just don't know how many people actually read it. But there you go. I'm sending the Discord link if you want to drop by. Is good fun. Everyone kind of dies a little bit inside every time, but it could be worse. It could be worse. I usually post when I go live as well, to be honest. Oh, there you are. There you go. All done. Welcome in. Thank you. Preach. I love that PFP, by the way. Oh, didn't mean to open that. Oh, yes. Close that for now. There we go. Carry on. Appreciate it. I usually post when I go live. Sometimes it's fun. As you can see, the last message I already put was about my Discord subscription picture. I mean, to be fair, my Crash Bandicoot stream fits my stomach, so that's fine. I know how you feel. As you can tell by the last messages I sent you in the chat for a second. You have made a mistake. I know that was yeah, that was the only thing it needed was mayonnaise, and it would have been perfect. Speaking of mayonnaise, have you ever played the Impossible Quiz? And if you're wondering where that question comes from, it is the answer to one of the questions. It is egg mayonnaise. The answers to the question. It's like, what flavour is cardboard? So the guy that made the Impossible Quiz, aka Splat Me Do, doesn't want like egg mayonnaise, which is fine, but we'll follow it because that game was a lot of people shortcuts. So it's probably this topic. Nearly done this down. We're halfway through race 9, we've got one more race to go after this. I legitimately cannot remember which track this goes to next. Like, oh boy, you start posting in the Discord now, have you? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'll keep it active, I'm sure. I'll read it in. Make a pit stop in there. Yeah, we've got the push jump into signs. I still think the Zonda is one of the coolest sounding cars in this game. I just wish it didn't drive so awful. Give the RX-7 a little bit of a tap. Side, push it wide, crash into the wall. Wow. just like the next lap anyway, I think. I don't know if the time's towards the end. On the next stop, we might have to get that one too. So, have a go again. That red light in the bottom right corner is really starting to piss me off. It's like, hey, you can't use forward thing. I'm like, bro, I can't. I'm in the middle of like the world's longest championship in the world here. Like, look at us go. So good. Be so good. I didn't realise it. I've just realised. Have you seen what our best lap is? I've only just seen that. I've only just seen what our best lap is. That's glorious. It's so perfect. It's so perfect. It brings a tear to your eye. It's just proud dadness. I'm not even a dad. Why am I saying proud dad? But he did it. He did 1,000 in a second. Yeah. So I think we have to make a pit stop this lap. I don't think the tires are going to roll on the lap. It's realistic. We've got one. Oh, it's definitely got I've got no turning on the right hand side tire. So it's just like pain. I'll read your message. Oh, you've got memes. You've got memes. Listen, memes are great. Oh, I'm not getting this one. Yes, everyone loves a good meme, right? To be fair, I have a I'm just like they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I do have a couple of memes. Like I had one that was like, your meme, it's useful. I'll take it. And I had another one where it was a guy holding a microphone to a trash can and it said anything else. It was it was a time. It was a time. I had another one that was like, what was it? I had one that was like, Godzilla had a stroke feeding us some fucking something like that. I was just like, oh, very tasty, spicy. Just like Spartans. Oh god, hello, wait, 6 skids, boy! Speaking of 6 skids, rest in peace, Kev Watt. What a sad piece of disaster. Not a chance. It's like, just a lot of people to chip apart. That's well. It'll be missed for sure, so get your RX-7 out. By the way, I don't know if you know, so where I live, I currently have a light that's like directly next to the road, and that light is like full on. I have a free disco light actually right now, like it's like that strobe lighting. Legitimately have like I don't know if you can see it from here, but if I show up, it may not be a very good angle. Got like a free strobe light outside. It's great. It's glorious. And that's been going on for like the last week. It's been going on for like the last week out there. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, we vibing. We vibing. We definitely vibing. And like the thing is, I have lost track of how long regularly about 6 months. Regularly, I moved out and started making again. So I'm getting back into the swing of it. Things are going running, honestly. And you know, we were here, we vibing. And to be fair, I'm glad when someone follows on this with the I mentioned this in the track mainly turbo. No, what was yesterday? Friday. Thursday or Friday. Definitely Friday. And usually there's a couple more people here, but I don't think they are. Usually it's not busy. Even having one person is to make the day. So I appreciate you coming around, sticking around. I'm actually interested. How did you find my channel? I'm genuinely curious. I always ask people. It makes me wonder if it's like the games I'm playing and I'm finding them on that one person. It's just like, oh, that's why I have to play the game. And all that. But I'm genuinely wondering, how did you find this channel? I know what you were trying to say, it's fine. I know what you were trying to say, it's fine. I found you from the Rapid Cortex. Oh, so you were just looking through the Rapid Cortex stream and you just saw that one person streaming it. Fair enough. I do stream a lot of Crash games from time to time. I did Nitro Kart, I did a full playthrough of Nitro Kart. Rapid Cortex is next. I've then got Twin Sanity. I have Twin Sanity on the PS2, but I'm gonna try and maybe pick up a 360 copy so I can deal with the emulation issues as well. Because nothing says fun like frame rate drops. Really, really bad frame rate drops. That's one of the issues I've heard on the emulation of Twin Sanity, but I'm pretty sure Twin Sanity will give us support. We still need to finish Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. It's about time I finished it, I'm sure, but god damn, it's just such a long and difficult, it's just so hard. Be happy. Hey, listen, I think the fact that I was getting drunk and I was eating toilet paper probably sums up a lot about the sort of person I am. I will do something really strange, but I don't do those things very often. But listen, I appreciate it when someone follows, especially if they stick around. Because for some people they don't follow many. I don't have any. I follow less channels than I have following me. I have that. But I only have about, what, 30 follows, I think? Something like that. And all of them are channels that either offered something or are close friends of mine. And even then, most of them don't even stream. So maybe, I don't know, about out of like 30 I follow, maybe 10 stream regularly. Which I mainly follow cat channels. I can tell with all the cat emojis. Is it cat emojis? Like human cat emojis? I like all the emojis that you do have though, they are very cool. I had a guy who was trying to say great. I love it. Adorbs. Hashtag adorbs. My friend keeps sending me messages like, can you not ask me this on stream? There we go. Basically, it goes like, I've got a controller and it's broken. Do you fix it? It's like, yes. So we can't fix it. You don't pay for it. As well, they are adorbs. They are really wonderfully adorbs. To be fair, if it makes you laugh, I'm currently in the process of trying to ponder out some other remotes for like Twitch subscribers and Twitch followers and stuff like that. And one of them was a possum, because there's a running gag on this channel about possums. That's a long story. It started with my Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy streams. Everyone's like, mate, mate, do you know what? If I'm sure we could work an agreement out, like, yes, we could make a mayo remote. That could work. Can you just imagine the poor eyes that I'd have to go, hi, I need a remote, I need a possum, a jar of mayo, and some actual emojis. And then it's like, what's with the mayo and the possum? Don't ask questions, okay? Just make them. Just make. Like, do you know what? If I can genuinely figure out a way to get Twitch to let me have a bit more remote, I only have like 3 right now. If I can work out a mayo remote, I will make it. It is really, yeah. Like the mayo one is cool, but I don't know. I think the possum one, it's gotta be a tier 3 remote. It just has to be, because it just it's a running gag on this channel. Everyone loves the possum jokes that we make on this channel, but a jar of mayo would also have, because everyone's gonna ask what's the jar of mayo about, and like if you stick around and one day it happens and we just have a jar of mayo. I mean, so there's this viewer in my channel. Maybe one day you'll be a mod, and I'll be like, there's this guy in my channel. Long story short, this dates back like X amount of time, and I did this thing on stream, and we basically complained about the fact how I had every type of sauce apart from mayo, so that way if I just have it on my channel, I wouldn't like this. That could be the live story. Like that could be it. We could be on to a breakthrough here, but. Again, I'm going to have to ask the artist to say, hi, can you use the remote? We need a jar of mayo, a possum. Sick, thanks, how much? Sick, perfect. And that's what my Twitch subs and donations are for. I use all that to put back into the stream. I also want to try and improve some of the stream jar of mayo, but haven't yet to get a jar of mayo. Listen, I don't, well, in this country we do have jars of mayo, but I'm very much on the bottom, right? But when I do my next shot, when I get a chance, when I do my shot, I will get a jar, I will get some mayo and show you live on stream. I will show you the mayo live on stream. But yeah, that's definitely awesome. To be fair, I can't. What do I use mayo? Wish list. Yeah, I know, right? What? Actually, no, I used to, what was it? What? Yeah. This may sound really weird, but do you know what I used to do? I occasionally, not very often, I think it was bolognese. I put some mayo in some bolognese once. tasted good. It just tasted good. I don't know why. Like when you mix the sauce with the mayo, it's just really, really. I liked it. I liked it. I don't know why. I can't remember if it was bolognese or not. I know some people must be thinking, what the fuck are you doing mixing mayo? But it works. It really works. Like if you ever get a chance to try it, bolognese, and then put in afterwards just a little bit of mayo and mix it in a little bit. It's just as long as the sauce is like on its own. Like don't put the mayo as you're cooking it. Put the mayo in after you've cooked it and you've boiled it up, and just put a tiny bit of mayo and mix it into the sauce. So good, mate. Like I used to be a mayo fiend back in the day, and I still like mayo. I just haven't had it in a while. But it was one of the things I did. I mixed mayo with like bolognese. It kind of slapped. Mayo goes well with like a lot of Italian food actually. Like you can have it as a dip on pizza. You can have it as like on is it chips? Yeah, you can have mayo on chips. You can have it. There's a lot of things you can have mayo on, like kebabs. Mayo on kebabs is a bomb. I'm gonna have no one tell me otherwise. Mayo goes on a lot of things, and it's really nice. It's like it just works. Like it just works. It just works. There's going to be, do you know what? I can actually list all the emotes in this channel one day. I'm just gonna have long stories about long running things. They have some actual emotes that mean something, and then there's just going to be like this random one of possum, a jar of mayonnaise, and then maybe something else that we have yet to discover. Nearly. Like I can just imagine if this like Twitch ever takes off, that's what the story's going to be. It's just going to be like this whole bunch of emotes for no real reason. It's just so out of place compared to everything else. Like, can we get a? Oh no! I've just thought. We could, instead of the Komodo hype, which I love the Komodo hype, but possum hype. Like, have a possum go. Like. That's it. A possum licking a jar. That would be like the ultimate mix-up. But yeah, like we can just have this Hoggers possum, and then like a jar. That is the best thing I've thought of. Hoggers possum. That is the emote for the possum. It's going to be a Hoggers possum. It just rolls off the tongue as well. And then the jar of mayo is just going to be like if I spill something on the floor live stream or I make a mistake on a game, it can just be this spilt jar of mayo. There you go. Possum part. I know, right? Like there you go. We've got our two emotes right there. We've got. I know it's a waste of mayo, but hey, mayo. Everyone can have mayo if I make a mistake, and then everyone can Hoggers possum if I do something sick. There you go. They're the emotes. They are going to be the emotes, and I feel so sorry for the poor person who are going to end up commissioning. It's like, hi, I've got these ideas for emotes. They're really out of context, but hear me out. You've got Hoggers possum and spilt mayo. Don't question the logic. I'm paying you good money for these. Please design them and send them me. I really need it. Like that would be the ultimate way to start this Twitch community. It's just like my Dragon Power one that my friend made for me. Thank you, Vintage Gamer, who made that for me. He's a good friend of mine. I know him well. And then you've just got this jar of mayo and a Hoggers possum. Right, one more race to go and we're done with this damn championship. Oh, it's Tokyo. Okay. so drive speed. Nice to know my track is sponsored by a washing machine. So you could be olive oil. Yeah. To be fair, if you're wondering, Shafzilla, who occasionally gets by, he was the one that started the whole possum trend in the screen. You'll be the one who started the mayo trends. You will try accessories. I mean, I know it's not a big community right now, but maybe one day in the future we'll have this massive trend with people. And maybe one day spiral into really good support. I'll keep it in mind for when I try to, but generally speaking right now, the money I'm trying to save from streaming is going towards hopefully a better microphone, a better camera, a green screen, which would be nice. I'd like to kind of get some background off of this sometimes. Make it look a bit nicer, like have an actual border. Because I'm going to rearrange my house in black. I'm going to rearrange my black to some point, so it kind of looks a bit better. And I've got something in mind, like the bundle's like £400, I think. It is like a really good bundle, and then after that I can start doing like luxury stuff. So come in some extra money, and I've got some spare. But that's kind of where we can sit now. Obviously, if I can afford to spend that money, that's what we've got. So here, well done. Do you know what? Actually, I have a funny story. So a while ago, I did this thing for a company called TV, who are basically this like esports TV channel. I think they're mostly online now. But I did this thing, and one of the presenters that was working there once sent me a bunch of he sent me £10 to buy a copy of the I need to tweet him back one day and say just to see what he says, because he was really one of the other guys I'm a mod for, actually. Yeah, really good. He used to do stand-up comedy stuff. It was quite funny, actually. Maybe one day, if I'm ever fortunate enough, myself, say hi. Another wish list I have is to go to Japan. I would love to go to Japan at least once. Just such a unique, interesting country. Just so different to the rest of the but I'd love to visit Japan one day. Maybe I've heard the nightlife in Shinjuku is wild. Like I've heard the nightlife there in Shinjuku is quite crazy. Like everywhere's pretty accessible in Tokyo, pretty accessible. So maybe it's something to consider. Like the C1 loop famous in Tokyo University. Did you know you can go to Japan and go to the Akasaka region of Tokyo, and you can drive this track in real life. You can drive this track in real life in Japan and go to the Akasaka section and find the Sony Computer Entertainment. You can drive this track in real life. All these buildings like modeled and everything's here. I would have thought it would have changed over the last 22 years. I imagine Tokyo has changed quite a bit in 22 years, but I think most places still keep driving around and all sorts of there's actually the Honda headquarters here as well. Like, if you pull over at a certain point of this track, you can see like the Honda headquarters. Here it is, look. And if you look over there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a small white robot. That's Asimo! That is Asimo over there. How cool is that? That's the Honda headquarters right there. That is for Honda in real life. I think it's still there. And then if you look behind me here, that big glass building, it's Sony Computer Entertainment. You can see the logo on the building. How cool is that? Very small attention to detail, but the Gran Turismo devs put some very fine thoughts. That being said, I don't actually know where the Polyphony Digital offices are. I don't actually know where PDRs are located. I know they're in Tokyo. I know that, but I don't actually know where specifically. Although if I had to guess based on this, they're not too far away. I would have thought. But then again, it's the same with Genki. Genki had Genki Amazing Agony, which is just their social they're based there. They replicate C1, Shinkanzo, the Wangan, all that good shit as well. It's really cool to see actually. They actually made a game based on Manga. They made a game based on favorite FMC, that sort of thing. It's an okay anime. They never got released. I have watched it. You can find all the episodes on YouTube actually. You can find all the episodes on Well, what probably will make you laugh was there was a video game that came out exclusively on the Xbox 360 called Blue Dragon, which was actually done with character designs from Akira Toriyama, the guy that did Dragon Ball, and that was my first introduction to Akira Toriyama's work, not Dragon Ball. I never watched Dragon Ball. It's only been relatively recently I've got into Dragon Ball actually. So that could be better, I guess. I'm still waiting for Xenoverse 3. Everyone's pinging me messages. What's going on? God damn. You've yet to finish the what, the original one? Or the second one? I very nearly finished the Universe 2 season, which would then be by default my version of finished. Then I wouldn't need to play it again. But as for the original Xenoverse, I am a long way off. I am missing a couple of the online achievements, which is annoying. The original on PS4. Well, there's two games. You've got Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2. I've got both. Xenoverse 1 was... It was an experience. I'll give it that. Definitely not as smooth as 2. But then again, 2 feels really unfair at times. Don't get me started on the original one. God damn. I will never forget that damn Captain Ginyu mission where you had to defeat, like, what was it, 20 of, like, Raspberry, Navel, or Apple, all that shit. I will never forget how brutally difficult that mission was because you were stuck as Ginyu. Like, that's the thing that made it hard. You were stuck as Ginyu. And my favourite bit, my fucking favourite bit. When Xenoverse 2 released, they released it on the Switch and it had like exclusive content that I didn't know about at the time. The Switch version brought back key moments of like the Xenoverse 1 storyline. And do you know what was in it? That damn mission where you're stuck as Ginyu and you have to fight off Twin while keeping Krillin and Goten alive. Oh my god! It was just as frustrating and annoying as ever. I was just like, what the fuck? You basically have to babysit them. You have to babysit them so they don't get decked in the face. I'm just like, it took me like, what was it, half an hour? I think I did it on stream actually. I think I did it on stream, I don't remember. And I was just like, oh, bro, babysitting in video games, yay. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Oh, shit, I'm fucked a pit. I was so busy laughing and reading messages, I didn't check my tyres. My tyres were a bit fucked. I've got to do another lap on this absolutely shoddy set of tyres, man. Fuck's sake. Can't wait to not have any steering at all. Look at my turn. Like, if this thing wasn't a boat before, it is now. Like, look at this. Bang! Right into the wall! But yeah. I will never forget that mission. It was just so... Like, the only thing I think that could be worse... The only thing I can think of that could be worse was the fact that the AI scaling in the original Xenoverse went 0 to 100 real quick. Like, damn. That is a lot of bullshit right there. The Xenoverse, which is like, they level up way too quick compared to your character. I'm so glad we're just done with this championship. I just hope we get the F1 car. That's all I'm really hoping for here. All I want is the F1 car. That's not a lot to ask. I mean, it is. It really is. But we have to get the F1 car somehow. Failing that, we can just start doing the endurance races. Now, the endurance races, believe it or not, do not take none of the endurance races take as long as this championship does. This championship is just shit. It's so long. There's a very, very good tedium to this championship. It's solely because you're in stock cars doing 20 laps. Like, why did PDI go, this is a good idea? I agree with this idea. Why don't I just go, oh, I don't know. Ruin everyone's day. But I'll be glad when this championship's over with the goddamn thing. But I'd have to sit here for nearly an entire day to do the championship. which isn't acceptable. So. We're 1 minute 10 ahead of the sounds like. Oh god. So yeah, it could be worse. Like, yeah, I have a very soft spot in Rust 1. The amount of emotional damage it did. It just gave me so much emotional damage with that one mission. Everything else about it was completely fine. It's just that one mission. That one mission was just unacceptable. It was just horrendous. Oh, god damn. Also, the only race that you really could have played as that was any good was the Saiyan. That's still kind of the case now. Thanks, Toriyama. Thanks for really focusing on all the other races. I'm sure all the Namekians and the Frieza had to appreciate having 2 transformations compared to, oh, I don't know how many of the Saiyans now. Like, how many Saiyan transformations are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, UI, UE, 2 on red, 2 on blue, 2 on blue gold. Oh god damn. Can you rest on the Saiyans for a little bit? Next thing you know, Legendary Super Saiyans got blue transformation. Fucking send it! Like, oh shit. I'm starting. Get out of the way. Thank you. Right into the boss. Boss. Let's go. Punch. Punch me sick. What is this? Oh, it's a soup. Toyota soup. That was the rest of the, not that much of the one there yet. I'm just getting messages everywhere now. Brakes, turn it on. Why? Okay. Maybe I should DM. Mate, I've got so many DMs. Like, there were just people pinging me all the time. It's like, listen, believe it or not, I'm not particularly potentially. What does that even mean? I have I don't even popular, mate. I'm not a particularly popular person. What I have to say. Particularly attention. is even English anymore? I don't know, and I guess I don't care now, I guess, like... God damn. Particularly potentially. That is a saying I will never going to get into my head. That is a wordless. I love that. To be fair, it could be worse. Like, got someone pinging me on Xbox like messages like, oh, so I'm working with this. So long story short, I'm doing this boosting with this guy in Juice 2. And he's from Russia. He doesn't really speak English, so I've been constantly going back and forth on Google, like last, I don't know, week or so, just translating messages from Russian to English and translating it back. Um, um, yeah, I wish Mark was here. He could just translate all my messages for me. Mark being one of my followers, also from Russia. Oh wait, was that the first message? What's the second message then? Oh god. Hi. Um, um, um. So he's in League 1. Can't take the last test. Um. Oh god. Hi, I'm doing a lot of translation work right now, and why translation work? What I really mean is using Google Translate and then just sending the message, because I can't speak a single word of Russian beyond spastic, which means thank you. There you go. You learned something new with me today. What's spastic in Russian? Just as I was talking about it, you couldn't. Oh, fuck's sake! Like, goddamn. I don't know what I do to deserve. Like, do you know what's sad? Race 7 to race 10 has taken over 2.5 hours. Learn French. Parlez-vous français, monsieur? Je m'appelle Alex Dragon. J'aime le patatas, le complete. Pourquoi my French is failing me. I can say je voudrais la maison au bord de la mer very, very fluently. I learned French for like 6-8 years in school. Just don't remember most of it. I know like a fair bit. If I looked at words and I was looking at something, I could probably eventually figure out what it was in French. But I don't particularly have a massive need to speak French because I live in the UK, so there's not many chances or opportunities where French is necessary. But I do know a basic working level of French. I can say bonjour, comment ça va, bien, and then like I can say that, and obviously I can say thank you, which is merci, or merci beaucoup, say thank you very much. I I do know French, it's just a very limited working proficiency amount of French. I can tell you that a le pomme de terre is a potato, and a le pomme is an apple. So you've got a ground apple. I'm not questioning it, but I'm saying you don't know much. Why did you mention that then? What, are you surprised that I can speak French? Because hablo español as well. Hablo español, pero es muy regular. It's so meh. My Spanish is so meh. I don't know. I like, I can even say, hey, mita kulu, eva, kitos. I can speak very basic Finnish. Is that any use? What do you want? What do you want from me? What do you want from me? Like, that is. Most of my language is like that. I just have such a very limited working with our languages. It's not even funny. Like, I'm not fluent in any of them. I just have a limited working proficiency in them. I don't know why I do this to myself. I honestly don't. But I can have a very basic conversation with it, like literally the basics of basics. The one I said was, hey, how are you? Good. And thank you. And that was, like, on the most part, the extent of my Finnish beyond some swear words. Spanish, I learned for a bit longer than French, although again, honestly, I think I should have learned Portuguese, because that seems to be a bit more of a popular language here compared to Spanish, I'll be completely honest, because we seem to have more Portugueses than Spanish ones, which is fine. It's very similar, but except when it's not. And French, French is French. It is très bien. It is très bien. Français est bien. It's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think is 1 to 10. But if you wanted to, like, then you had like these week, these nerf, and then 4, like that, which is 20. And then for 21, they just throw all of that out the window, and then they're just like 21. It's like, why is there an and? Just say 21. It's 20 and if you translate it, it's 20 and 1. Why is there an and? Just say 21 and it goes normal for like 22, 23, 24, whatever, all the way up to like 70, and then 70 is 70, 60, 10. Why just say 70? Like, why couldn't you be normal like everything else? There's 70, and then like and then you get to like 97, then 80 is like Catravan 420, which is funny because that's like a weed thing, right? The French translation for 80 is 420. The literal translation is 420 for 80. Why? Like, Snoop Dogg is proud. And then you get to like 96 and 97 and 98, where it's Catravan D Snuff. What the fuck? That's like 4 goddamn numbers in a row. You've got 420, 10, 9 for 99. It's Catravan D Snuff. Catravan D Sweet is 98. And then you get to 100 and it's just Son. Just Son. C-E-N-T. Son. And that is it. That's 100. But 99 is Catravan D Snuff. I don't understand it. It's great. if you go to Canada, you'll be loved for being able to say 99. But listen, it makes no sense to me at all. It's like it has the most normal numbering system, except for the most random place where it's just like, now we give up. Oh god, it's just like I know I'm making it sound like it's a complaint, but it's the best thing ever. Like, why do some stores avoid foot? Because some countries don't use the penny. There's a lot of countries actually that don't. They'll round it up and down to the nearest 5p for paying in cash. So I think countries like Australia, New Zealand, a lot of the Nordic countries as well, some European countries as well, they've all discontinued the cent, like the euro cent or the dollar cent or whatever, and they just round it up or down to the nearest 5 cent or pennies, depending on where you're from. Over here, the 1p coin costs more to produce than it's actually worth. Don't ask. I don't know. But we still use the 1p coin. My company has desperately tried to get out of it. We're still paying like odd numbers. But it's also because over here, I don't know how it works in the US, but over here, any prices like tax, like, yeah, it's about the same here. Roughly, it's like a penny costs 1.9p or something. But anyway, the reason why everything is like 99 here is because in the US you don't count VAT on your price tags before you take it to a till. That gets on added at the end. Over here, our prices contain the VAT before you take it to the till. So what should cost 79 pence, we round up to 99 to include the VAT cost, which is variable added tax, on all of our goods over here. So we always end up paying the VAT, but what we pay for is everything. We pay for it all one go. It just makes it a lot easier. But in the US, they have it so that you have like $2. But when you take it to a till, I'm assuming it goes like $2.20, $2.30 or something like that, because of the VAT tax in the US. There's an interesting fact for you, I guess. Hooray geography. Thanks, Parliament. Appreciate it. Oh, now my dad sent me a message. I should reply to that. My dad has asked me. Yes, I've just got to find it again somewhere. Oh, that was like oh, piss. Where is fuck is it? Oh, who did I send it? Oh, piss. Where? Don't go message surfing. It's usually pretty bad. Oh, be right back. Yeah. I need to find this thing quickly on Yes, it was this one. There we go. Right, let's finish this championship. maybe one day, like all the VODs on YouTube might end up return some followers on Twitch, hopefully. Wonderful stuff. That's it, slow. Again, I feel like the car's not going to last me I'll certainly try it though. I'm going to let me dead after that point. That car is old, like nearly as old as me, and yet it's worth waiting. Imagine being worth less than that. That's absurd. That is super absurd. Last lap coming up, cannot wait. I think you could have gone the extra lap part, but I don't question that. So what, speaking of Gran Turismo, have anyone seen the trailer? Like the small easy trailer they posted for the Gran Turismo? Based on the story of Jan Mardenborough, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I want to go watch it. I'll probably pick the movie up on Blu-ray anyway, even though I'm not to watch it. I'm still waiting for Dragon Ball Super on Blu-ray. That was, for the CGI, that was really good. CGI made it way more worthwhile. Michelin! There's a modern bridge which goes from somewhere, I'm sure. Good. Past the RX-7. We'll see if we can get this car over the train. solid 3 hours of streaming is pretty good, actually. I just agree. Please let me win the one prize card that's actually worth playing. Please, game. I beg. Please let me win. Please let me win the actual card. Even if it's not like the only one. But if it's not the 001, at least let me win. Please. I've spent, I don't know, 7 hours in this championship total. Right, how much are you going to give me for my time? That's shocking. Is that what it feels like to run minimum wage? 7 hours for 400k. Where's the F1 car? I see it. F1 car. You pissing cunt! I don't know if I can stay mad. It is a good car. So I don't know if I can stay mad. But it's not an F1 car. Yeah, that oil's fucked. Nice! So if you're wondering, you know how I said I really wanted the F1 car? We didn't win it, we won this instead. I can't be mad. I can't be mad. It's not the worst car I could have won in that championship. But I'm also disappointed at the fact it's this and not the F1 car after the 7 hours for 400,000 credits I got. I can't stay mad, I guess. I don't know what that's done to the horsepower of the car. Probably 700? No, 684. I've had worse cars. Simpsons hit and run car. Mate, do you know what? I'll show you. Give me a sec. Let me save the game. Right, let me show you the Simpsons hit and run equivalent of the car in this game. Let me show you. Not that. By the way, the Simpsons hit and run car was also an Indy car, not an F1 car. Ah, much better. I could buy it, just so I don't have to worry about winning it, but if I bought it and then won it, I'd look like a fucking chump. The only car that might actually be worth buying, because you can't, is this, because I'm not going to do that championship again just to win this car. Like, I can just buy this car now. This save here is solely for cars that worth buying. You can buy them through this instead. But most of it I'm kind of reserving for just prize cars, like prize cars that I don't want to try and win in other series, because some of them are set. Some of them are set prize cars. This is one of the prize cars you can't buy. And it's arguably one of the best cars. Like, it just looks so cool. It's based on a real XJ220 by Don Law Racing. But it's really cool. It also has a really distinct engine sound. I might buy it sometime in the playthrough just for the shits and gigs. I know how you win it. So, it is nice. And yeah, so here's our Zonda that's just carried us for 840 kilometers, which in miles is just over 500 miles, I think. That championship is just over 500 miles collectively, if you do a rough calculation there. Because it's 8 kilometers to 5 miles, right? So if you times that by 10 and then 10 again, that should roughly work out about the same, right? About 500 miles, I think, in that one car. That's how long we drove it for. Car's fucked. Has absolutely no. It just has no. There you go. That's what we're dealing with. It has no. So yeah, reason why we have 2 Yaris's, both of them are exclusively coloured. It's the only reason I haven't sold one. They're both exclusively coloured. This one's pink. Best car in the game. Perfect. Amazing. It's a meme car. This is 100% a meme car, for those who know. But it is a prize car. Not just once, but twice. You can win that car twice, I'm pretty sure. I still realise I don't have... Do I have the Zara? Citroen Zara? I do. I have it here. Let's finish off the stream with some easy short races. That would be nice. I've already done that one. Shit. This car's not a turbo though. Might have severely underestimated what races I have left over. Most of them are in professional, I'm not gonna lie. Most of them are in here. That's a typing mistake there. British GT car crop. I'm assuming you stuck for a British GT car. Oh, no cars are excluded from entry, but the races are on. Yeah, that's why we need the F1 car here for that event there. That one's just painful, honestly. We don't need to do any more rally events, we've completed them all. So we don't need to do that anymore. Endurance, we've done a couple, but not many. We've done the Roadster Endurance, we've done 150 miles of Super Speedway. Longest one I think is this one, which comes in at about 2 hours, I think. Just about, like, these stop at 2 hours, pretty much. There's this, which is just shit. This one, by the way, very interestingly, is restricted to 3 cars. You can only drive 3 cars in that one. All the others, I'm pretty sure, are open to any. I am pretty sure. The Citroen Xara is going to have no other purpose but this championship here. The Citroen Xara is literally only good for that championship. It's not good for anything else. Can I just say, right, you know that car on the left? That is the prize car for this event. but you have to use the car on the right to get it. Thanks, Gran Turismo. Appreciate it. Got some skylines here. Can we use the race skylines here? We can. But does the game use them? Like, does the game actually pick up the GTRs? Let's find out. If not, we might have to buy one of the GTRs and see what happens. Imagine if it's just the race cars, I'd be upset. It wouldn't surprise me, but I'd be upset because it means we have to fight them on similar machinery. It was actually the yeah, it looks like it's the road ones as well. Oh, this is really lively. Hey yo, they drifted! They drifted these cars, boy! They are literally drifting them, boys. That is incredible. Tandems, let's go! Okay, that's enough of that. So we know that they're just road standard skylines, which means the race cars should beat them. Should beat them. So we might have to try and find a way to win ourselves a race skyline, or buy one. There is literally one we can buy, which is in here. There it is, 785k, where you can win one, which is much more cost effective. $19.99 season, I'm pretty sure that one is. And then none of these are buyable, because fuck you, that's why. Actually, I want to check the 80s Sports Car Cup. Do you need a car from the 80s for that? Or can you just enter whatever? Oh, okay, so you have to run a car from the 80s. Oh, the SG Gengo version is loud. Certain types of the R32. That's probably the best car that this most got on GTR S2, and that is probably the best car for it. Yeah, Evo meeting is pretty self-explanatory. You can enter one of the rally cars and you should be okay, on the most part anyway. Then you got the Altezza race. Yeah, it's a series for like bullshit Altezzas, but we've done most of these in here though. We haven't completed it just yet, but there's a couple we're missing on. Actually, to be fair, shall we just take the piss? I know what we'll do to finish it off. We'll get, because I know this has a turbo. We'll get this, and we'll race it in the Turbo Cup in the beginner league. I forgot what the prize car is, but I guess I don't care. Start with test course. Get it out of the way. One big oval, boy. Oh, we should walk this. lol, get gone. Bye. Spectre. And this is literally just the world's biggest oval for 2 laps. It really. Do you know what the funny thing is? It was in the original game. That sound effect, the countdown, was in every single Gran Turismo game. The only time it wasn't was the Japanese version of Gran Turismo 1. But every other version since then has had that countdown in every single Gran Turismo game. Without fail, it is iconic to the series. But it's been very iconic to the series for the longest time. Speaking of, have you seen the teaser trailer? It looks alright, I just don't know how I feel about it. They've got Orlando Bloom in it, I think. I don't know how they managed to draft him into that movie, but hey, they've got Orlando Bloom. To be fair, I think a lot of people are very skeptical about it, but everyone's saying it's really ironic. It's based on the story of Jan Mardenborough. Jan Mardenborough no longer races for Nissan. I think he like got dropped or left or something like that. But he was the guy that won GT Academy for the basic story off of. About how he went from playing Gran Turismo video games to driving a real race car. Like, he's made it his career now. But like, it's interesting how they thought they could make a move out of it. But then again, they tried to do that with Halo. Yeah. TV series. I have the first season on DVD for Halo, by the way. I've not watched it yet, but I'm sure I'll have a bag of popcorn left in the cabinet and that's the race over, pretty much. 2 fastest laps of the world's most boring race. That's 4 minutes of my life I'm never getting back. I can't remember what the car is, prize car for this is, but I'm sure we'll win it, and I'm sure we'll find out. Why is it special? What did this game just go for this championship? It's going to give the longest tracks in the fucking game for shits and gigs, cause funny. Haha. I guess. Here we go, 2 laps of this boy now. At least it won't take anyone there. At least it won't take that. Also, fun fact about Gran Turismo 2, did you know that none of the career mode races are ran in reverse? There's a fun fact for you. Yeah, so none of the career modes in the Gran Turismo 2 career mode, like Gran Turismo mode, none of the tracks are raced in reverse, despite the fact that if you go into the event generator, you can get reverse circuits in all as options, but they're never in the main campaign mode unless it's randomly spawned in like one of the like racing normal specific car only dealer events. Midfield Raceway, which is nice and short. Yeah, I don't know why I seem to have a very bad habit of having very useless trivia. I'm not gonna lie, I have very useless trivia knowledge. It's fun to bring up at times though, like. Like I say, I'm going to base my last championship. I'm going to call it a night, I think. Not that it's late, it's just chance. That championship took way longer than I thought it would. Still don't know how I feel about the engine of this car. Like, I would love to see this car come to Gran Turismo 7. But this car's had this engine sound quite fast. At this point, it had it through 2, 3, and 4. I think it had it. I don't think it had it in 5. I think it changed it. Sucked the gaming out. It actually did. The Polyphony Digital Cup is never fun. Every time I look at it, I'm just like I turn depressed every time I look at it. But it's part of the playthrough, it's got to be done, and I'm glad it's out of the way in part 17. It just makes the rest of the game that a little bit easier. I'm not going to make it any shorter by any means, but the worst championship is arguably out the way. By, like, a long way. It is arguably one of the longest. The only one that might come close is the F1 GT Championship. That is the only one that might come even remotely close in terms of length. That or the GT World Championship in professional, which is where most of the events are, to be honest. So we've got 2 laps of this and then we're done, which is not sure. I love Midfield Raceway. I think it's one of the best tracks I've ever made. Red Rock Rally was actually Red Rock Valley in Gran Turismo 2. Only ever appeared in Gran Turismo 2. Still a very fun track. I want it to be back. I miss Red Rock Valley. It was a great track. Then they released Gran Turismo 7 and butchered my boys Deep Forest and Trial Mountain with like extra chicanes and hairpins over the asphalt. Ruined the flow of the circuit while like loads of chicanes. you seen like the gap second place has from the next AI? That is hilarious. Look at the AI in second place. He's living his best life right now, and all the other AI are just there trying to keep up. That is hilarious. Like, they're definitely rubber band. It literally is. Like, all of them are just like, look at, when the car list comes up at the end of this race, I know my profile, my stupid mug might block off some of it, but look at the cars. Like, this guy's like, oh yeah, this guy's brought a fucking Le Mans car to the race. But look at the rest of these cars, right? Like, look. You've got a Nissan Silvia, a fucking Fiat Coupe, a Skyline, and then the car, like, the Skyline and the 3000cc should be running away with us. Then there's just like this Nissan Silvia which is somehow keeping up. You got some Fix It Again Tomorrow Coupe boy that no one ever knows, and a 200SX which is just slow. The game's not even trying. I refuse to believe that that is a 36 second gap between these cars. I refuse it. I refuse to believe it. Right. Give me my prize car so I can save the game and end the stream. What is it? What is it? Give me money, big money, big money, big money, big money. What the fuck is this? Fucking shit. I don't know what I expected, honestly. Why was I expecting some Grandoise prize car? I think I just expected more than the fucking Daihatsu Quad. Your common street car to be in fit. It literally is. Like, look. Look at this, look. From 684 horsepower to 63. 63 versus 684. Don't know what I've done to deserve that. By the way, that Sylvia, a great invest. It literally was. It was the best investment I could ever make. Look at this. Look at this lime green two-tone boy with 172 horsepower. This is not the worst price car, I guess. It's still very usable for the NSX Championship, but it's a Type S, so you can't use it in the Type R Championship. It's dumb. Like, look. I don't know. Do you understand? I already own one. I already own one of these. It's giving me a prize one. Great, I guess. Thanks, game. You're giving me a car I already own because I forgot you would. Like, literally, the only two cars you can buy for this prize car, the only time you win them anyway. Look, this is one car that can enter that championship to win the Mini. It's the only way you can win the Mini. You get this, which is just a gold metallic version of the Auto Works that you can't buy. The other car that can enter the championship that's not the Mini is this. The third car that can enter the championship is the Mini, which is the prize car. You can't win the Mini. You can't buy the Mini to enter it. And then this game's like, now we're going to give you both of these as prize cars. They are not worth buying. You might as well win one. You might as well win one, upgrade it to win the Mini, so you don't end up with a dupe. The giddy heights of fucking 63 horsepower, and if we give it an oil change, we'll get 66! Wow! So much horsepower! By the way, the engine's in the front, if you're wondering. It's like 600cc. It's fucking tiny. There you go. 66 horsepower. Amazing. Fucking amazing. Game, I don't know why you hate me. Do you know what the sad thing is? These were like when I started to play. It actually is. Like, all of these cars were started at the start of the playthrough, right? This is when all of these were like the actual career mode. The actual career mode, this is where everything starts. But you can win these, like ignoring these two. This is the first, you get this for winning the Sunday Cup, right? This is the best starting car you can technically get for free. This car is the best starting car you can get for free. All you have to do is gold every fucking license test in this special level. And these aren't easy. These are not easy. Like, look at the time gaps I'm working with. You've probably gathered this point, I'm a pretty good driver. 16.4, 16.8. But all my other runs were like, look, that's just not funny. That's just upsetting. Like, what else was there? There was this one. This one was fucking hard. Like, yeah, if you gold all of these, you get the Viper, which isn't the worst prize car, apart from the fact that these are brutal. These are legitimately brutal. The worst one, to a degree, is technically... This is not hard. I'm sorry. Anyone who says this one is hard is lying. There's a really easy way to get gold on this one, and you won't believe what it is. Just run manual gears and keep it in third. And you'll smash it. I did a 27.0. The target's 27.8. I smashed it by 8 attempts. Because they basically just give you Monaco. This was reliving my Gran Turismo 1 days. I fucking hated this one as well. This one was just horrendous as well. It was in Gran Turismo 1. It was the 7th test in the IA license. Sorry, this was in the. Well, look, 2 minute 9.0, but I did the targets are 2 minute 9.3. What do you want me to? That's how hard the. And it's not just that. It's these as well. These are not easy. Like some of these, we were talking milliseconds apart. Oh, where is it? Where's that fucking bastard? Don't get me started. This, oh my god. If you go, I think it's part 2, I'm pretty sure, of the playthrough. Part 2 of this playthrough. This took the piss. This legitimately took the piss. And that was the amount of times I fully completed it. I just want you to know. That was the 3 times I actually completed. That was my best run. I couldn't get any better than 6 thousandths off the goal time. I couldn't do any better. At all. Fucking horrendous. Look at this. What the fuck? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, at least this was fun. This wasn't, but the rest of it was pretty fun. This lap sucked. On their way to last, mate. I'm not even gonna lie. It was just this one. I think I only barely did as well. Yeah, I had like 300ths in it. 300ths of a second in it, and I only just did it. Some of these are genuinely horrendous. But like, they weren't hard to pass, they're just hard to hold, honestly. But that's how you get all those nice, decent prize cars down here, like, not that. These are how you get these prize cars down here. And all of them are good starting points, honestly. The Vanquish is a bit... I feel like this car's actually just shit. It weighs a lot and it doesn't have a lot of horsepower, but this is an okay car. It's not terrible, it's a good starting point. But you can get an even... I realised later in the playthrough, you can get an even better starting car, because you can start with this, and you don't even need the Gran Turismo mode to do it. You can win this car completely free. Ironically, there's a track as a sponsor on the front end that isn't in the game. That's pretty funny. But you can get that as a prize car for... If I go here... And believe it or not, these are easier than the license tests, honestly. So you might as well do it this way. There you go. If anyone's still watching the playthrough, right? If you complete these, there's only 10, and they're not that difficult if you know what you're doing. Right? If you complete these, you get the Esperante as a prize car for Gran Turismo mode, which has 600 horsepower. There you go, top tips with Dragon about how to cheat your video game. But with all that said, I'm done for the night. I think I'm beat. Thank you so much for joining, Kue. Really appreciate you sticking around as long as you did. Sorry, it started a bit slow, I guess. Do what? I also just realised something. I completely forgot to open Streamlab labels. Nothing happened anyway, it's fine. Nothing happened. It's fine. I'll deal with it. Who we raiding? Oh god. Oh yeah, just the two of us. I don't actually know if it'll be worth raiding anyone because there's only two of us here. I don't even know who's live. Let me check who's live. Let me check who's live that I'm following. Is anyone I'm following actually live? That's the question. None of the... No, raid a cat channel then. Like, let me check. Is anyone actually live on my Twitch right now? No one's live on my channel. Let me check. Is anyone actually live? No one's live that I follow right now. Yeah. Have you got someone in mind? I don't know what cat channels look like, but hey. Yeah. I don't have anyone I can raid right now I follow that's live anyway. Also noted, right? Cute Avalanche. Are they live? Also, one thing I do want to do is I want to quickly point out that on Twitch, I've checked my live follower feed. By the way, is not even at 276 anymore. It's at 273, which means two people that followed in yesterday's stream have unfollowed the channel again. So I'm on to you guys. Um, so yeah, I'll have to update the follower count again. I guess that will happen. I'm guessing. Um, but okay, we'll raid Q Avalanche because I don't know who has to raid. Oh, this channel has a follower or subscriber only chat. Okay. Well, fun. Bye.